Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I'll talk about reality of Big Four. The reason being, these days there are few here and there are few openings like I observed for lateral entry specifically, and there are people who will be hired from freshers as a freshers from college campus. So definitely from this video you may get a little insight, and I have worked in both US MNCs, Indian MNCs as well as Big Four, so I can give you a comparison. And you can decide whether you, if you are heading for Big Four, then you can think like whether it will be ideal for you to join Big Four. And Big Four doesn't necessarily mean that it's a very big companies, just like other US based MNCs. But Big Four, like since their business model is slightly different, they have major business like auditing and assurance. So like this EY, Deloitte, KPMG, PwC, this stands for Big Four. But they also have the consulting. Consulting, specifically tech consulting, is also present, which is similar to any of other consulting firm like TCS, Cognizant, Accenture, so and so. And like, if don't be confused with Big Three and Big Four. Big Three is completely different. They are pure consulting firm, not for this audit, not like limited to this audit and assurance. Like McKinsey, BCG, Bain, their salary structure is completely different, almost double or sometimes triple from this Big Four. So don't think like, don't mix these Big Three and Big Four. uh, and then, like, let us talk about Big Four, because these days there are few openings, so you can decide whether you will be joining or not. So it's a comparison video. So first of all, the interview difficulty. Now, interview difficulties, I would say slightly difficult than any of the consulting firm that is present, service based organization. So it may include a coding test, which will be possibly Codility or any of the like Hackerrank or Hackathon, any of the site, or it may not have, due to, due to your skill set. So if you are a programmer like a JavaScript or Angular, React, Java, .NET, Python, you may get a test link which will have two set of question, like two program possibly, and you need to complete within 1 hour. That is kind of a moderate difficulty. It's not very difficult, it's not very easy, but people with some coding experience, they will be able to at least complete one. And if you complete one, you will get a call from the personal interview. So in personal interview, there would be two rounds usually, sometimes one round, but sometimes there are two technical round. After that, there might be some managerial round and HR round. So there are 4 5 rounds of interview, depends on your like the seniority and all. So if you are a senior person, then you may have 4 rounds of interview, two technical, one managerial, and sometimes director level round is also be present. But those are kind of easy, just you need to crack the technical as well as uh, the coding test if it is present. So difficulty level, it's slightly difficult, I would say, compared to any other consulting firm. So you need to be little bit prepare for your interviews. Now coming back to the salary is slightly high if I compare Indian MNCs. If you compare in US MNCs, it is also, I believe, slightly high, maybe 5%. I would say 5 to 10%, not above, but it depends on the person's negotiation skill, their current salary, and their project and like technology stack. But overall, I believe salary is slightly high, 5% to 10% compared to US MNCs. And then other perks. So in Big Four, there are certain perks was present, but these days it is less. So for an example, PwC and UI earlier, they used to give free lunch for some location, and some organization, they have ad hoc cab services. And a company like Deloitte, they have phone, furniture expense reimbursement. So also mobile bill, internet bill, those kind of reimbursement is present. So yeah, there are small spark is present, which is also available in some other US MNCs. But yes, these are the perk what I have observed. Now coming back to client and projects. So if you see, the major differences is, in these companies, they are there, most of the clients are related to insurance, and then investment banking, finance related client. Now I'm talking about tech consulting, because they have the different vertical which actually deals with all the auditing and assurance. I'm not talking for that vertical, but I'm talking about only tech consulting, where all the engineers, they are working. And you are working for tools or technologies or any kind of programming language, so you will be under tech consulting. So in tech consulting you get to see lot of good investment banking bankers as well as the bank or financial institute. But having said that, still they also have other clients, just like like petroleum, oil and gas. So those clients are also there, but it is slightly less. And one more point, what I have observed in other companies, you will see there are 10-20% employees from client side and 80% employees from the vendor side, as in the company side. And here it is slightly different. So in most of the project, either 50% employees working from the company side, actual company, and the 50% or even more than less than 50% people are working from the vendor side. So you can have less visibility in certain project because uh, like suppose let's assume you are working in Deloitte. So Deloitte, they have a uh, client called BP now, British Petroleum, right? So in that project you can see, like maybe 100 people, out of 100 people you can see the 70 people are from client side, like they are BP side itself, and only 30% people is working from Deloitte side. So the visibility is slightly less. So that is one problem. But otherwise they have the client project, also they have multiple number of internal projects. So if you are tagged with internal, so if you are joining as a like lateral entry, there is a good number of possibility at the first year you will be tagged to internal project. So in the internal project the problem is the hike is less and your visibility is less. So try not to get into a internal project, try to find the external project, so your visibility or your billability will be slightly better. So there is a chance that you will get a good hike if you are in external project. Now job life balance, work life balance. So work life balance, I'll talk about work from home and work from offices. So the good point is in most of the cases still they are in hybrid mode. It is not necessarily that you need to visit 5-day office, is 2-day office, 3-day work from home. And all these big four they provide basically laptop. So there is a good part, there is a bad part. The good part is you can work from home, and the bad part is you need to work in extended hours. So they may call at say 10:30 or so and ask you to work because everybody has laptop, right? So that is a problem. But again, like I would say, comparing the other firm like TCS has mandated 5 days work from office, that is not hard and fast. You may go, like you have to may have to go to 3 day to office, but rest 2 day you can work from home as well. So that I feel slightly better compared to other firms. Now promotion opportunities are slightly better in big four. So usually people will get promotion in 2 years, but again it's completely depends on the visibility or the aspiration, also the capacity or the capability of the particular resources. So I don't see any changes uh, or any differences comparing to the uh, US MNCs, Indian MNCs, and then this big four. So it's quite a similar if you talk about the promotion. Now on-site opportunities, you need to very careful. So in big four there is very less on-site opportunities. If you consider TCS, Cognizant, Wipro, Infosys, they have good number of on-site opportunities in their project. But in big four the on-site opportunities are pretty less. Only few people, that too very senior people, senior manager, director, they usually go for on-site. It's not the developer or the junior resource, they are not allowed, or for some reason they are usually don't get chance to go for on-site. So if you are joining big four planning for on-site, don't join big four, is a big no. But having said that, this is possible that you get some business trip for 1 to 3 months tenure, so that is possible. But long term on-site opportunities for most of the project it is not present. So that is one point. And last, I have given my perception, and people having 3 to 12 years of experience with strong technical background should not join big four. So this is my personal experience. Now why I'm saying the problem is in big four, most of the bank, for security reason, like they are the client is basically the financial institution, and for security reasons still they are following legacy technology. So if you are working for big four and for a financial institute, most possibly you need to work in a legacy technology, or you need to work in a migration project where they are migrating their old technology stacks to new technology. And if you are working for any other like Indian and MNCs or US MNCs, there is a good chance that you can work in the cutting edge technology. So that is a trade off that you need to think in your mind, that if you are joining Big Four, there is a good chance that you need to work in a for legacy technology. And one more point is, in Big Four, they usually expect a full stack developer or a full stack role. Like a person should know UI, person should know server side coding, person should know uh, the database, person should know the DevOps. So everything they want from a single person. So that is not the case in Indian MNC or US MNC. So they have a usually have a role of backend developer or DevOps expert. So if you are not confident that you can deliver all of those aspects, so please don't join Big Four. So these are the few things, pros and cons, I believe. But having said that, like uh, this is not like it's not a trade-off, like, or like a big thing if you are not a deal breaker. So if you are a freshers, definitely you should join Big Four. If you are some experience between 3 to 12, what I mentioned, because in this 3 to 12 years experience you can learn and grow. So that learning curve may be narrow down for this, less exposure to the cutting edge technology. But there are, other than that, you can definitely you can learn, all the learning opportunities are present, like in terms of Udemy, Pluralsight, or all the other learning access, that you can definitely do POCs and all. But inside project you may get less number of project where they are using modern technology. That is a red flag for the people experience with 3 to 12 years of experience, when they should learn. After 12 years of experience, people usually go for a management level or go for architect level, so there are less chance that you can do some hands on, right? So that's what, after 12, if you join Big Four, it's a good. And before 3, if you join Big Four, like, it's your choice, because it's a freshers work. Which opportunity you are receiving, you should opt for it. There is no reason to choose and pick if you have otherwise, until otherwise you have multiple option, right? So that is what, this is my overall comparison video of Big Four. Let me know in the comment below what you think.